Ed French still running in that 4th spot in the 4.7s. Cliff Woodward running 5th. Rudeman, then Ferkel. Johnny Bankston now works off the low side of turn number 2. He's your race leader. Jerry Crabb running 2nd. 3rd is Billy Englehart. You've got a race for the lead again. Crabb now works around. Johnny Bankston down the back chute. Jerry Crabb and the Dietrich Excavating 12X is your race leader off turn number 4. Bankston now running in 2nd. Billy Englehart 3rd. This one ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. 15 laps down. Jerry Crabb still shows the way down the back chute. Englehart closing quickly on John Bankston. Takes a look at the high side of turn 4. Bumper to bumper racing for 2nd. They're in traffic now as Englehart starts to slide a little high, gets behind traffic. Jerry Crabb, your race leader, works into turn 3. Look out, Jerry Crabb! Holy cow, gets in between the lap cars, gets it slowed up. Bankston has the opportunity to close. The top 3 cars are heavily into traffic. Jerry Crabb, your race leader, still into turn 3. Bankston running 2nd. Billy Englehart 3rd. Ed French running 4th. Cliff Woodward runs 5th. Rudeman running 6th. And Rick Ferkel runs 7th. Jerry Crabb with a good handle on the lead, working the high side of turn 2. Johnny Bankston running 2nd, works just off of turn 2 and now down the back chute. Billy Englehart still running 3rd. Oh, we got one upside down in turn 2. Dave Farron in the 48X gets upside down. Jerry Crabb's gonna bring him around one more time. The yellow lights are off. We're set to go. We're green. Here comes Bankston and Englehart. Working on Crabb. Your race for the lead. Johnny Bankston to the bottom side of Jerry Crabb. Crabb gets a good handle on the top spot. Bringing him in on the high side of turns 3 and 4. Now Ed French up to challenge Woody Woodward. Your race for 4th. Woodward now running in that 4th spot. French again up to challenge your race for 4th and 5th. Jerry Crabb sailing high on the high side with the cruise control set and the window down. The white flag is out one more time around the racetrack. The grandstands are going to rumble this time off turn number 4. Everybody put your hands together. Jerry Crabb, your Goodyear Masters Classic champion. The local boy bringing it home.
Jerry Crabb, this is probably one of the most pleasurable interviews I've ever had to do. Hey, I'll tell you what, you had him covered. John Bankston made a run on you there. He passed you. Did you ever think you could get him back?
I didn't know. After he passed me in the first half lap, I said, damn, I'm going to have to settle for 2nd again, and I wasn't liking the thought. And then I think he was running pretty much the middle, and I tried down 3 and 4. I tried it down low, and it worked pretty good. I pulled up on him over 50, 75 feet, and I said, hey, there might be something here.
You know, you're probably one of the most physically fit people I know. and you're also over 50, so that played maybe a little bit in consideration in outlasting some of the guys.
Could be. There's a few guys that fall out of the chair a little bit, but the guys finishing up front, Bankston's in good shape, obviously. You can tell by looking, and Englehart is too. Maybe a little further back, the guys are, they only do it once a year, and you can't do, you got to be in the chair all the time. You got to get laps, and you got to sweat, and you got to feel the cramps.
Jerry, the move that got you in position to win was on a restart.
I'm remembering this now. I'm thinking that there were 2 or 3 of them in a group that I went around the time, and probably surprised the heck out of Billy Englehart, because I don't think he was expecting me that soon. I know he's worried about me a little bit maybe, but I don't know. It seemed like I got around 3 of them at one time, and I was on my way, and probably disappointed him a little bit. But I've sat on that step down on the podium while he's been on the top before. So what goes around comes around, I guess.
Go, the yellow light's off. Doug is going to take a long look at him. Nick Bellino is going to lead him through 3 and 4 to the white line where we go racing. Let's turn him up. Let's go racing. Nick Bellino brings him to the low side underneath the Hall of Fame. Brent Anhill runs second. Joey Saldana, Frankie Kerr, Skip Jackson, and Dean Jacobs. Your top 5 cars go to the feature. Kerr riding in that 5th and final transfer. Here comes Jacobs up to challenge, takes a look to the bottom side. Your race now for the final transfer. Jacobs makes his move off 4, and now riding in that final transfer. Nick Bellino in the La Vista Kino 41B still shows the way down the back chute. Brent Anhill working in second, now taking a look, trying to reel him in as they work turn number 4. Joey Saldana still running third, Skip Jackson. And Dean Jacobs. Your race now for the lead by the white line. It's Brent Anhill and Bellino. Anhill gets a little loose off 4. Joey Saldana still running in third. Tony Norm way up on the high side. Skip Jackson running 4th. Dean Jacobs runs 5th in that final transfer. Frankie Kerr now running 6th. Laps down. Nick Bellino still shows the way, but he's got a lot of company. Brent Anhill again knocks on the door, but no doing, racing down the back chute. Joey Saldana still works 3rd. Skip Jackson working in the 4th spot, this time by. The white flag is out for Nick Bellino. Side by side through turn number 2, it's Skip Jackson and Joey Saldana. Jackson now works into 3rd as the time's running out. Off turn number 4, your checkered flag will wave to Nick Bellino. Brent Anhill runs 2nd. 3rd is Skip Jackson. Joey Saldana 4th. And the McCroskey Chevrolet Discount Center Pace vehicle pulls to the infield as the yellow light is off. Jamie Moyle is going to bring him around to the white line for your second heat event. Let's turn him up. Jamie Moyle hard on the go pedal into turn 2. John Cernett works 2nd. Dennis Moore Jr. working 3rd. Bob Weave. Here comes Leonard Lee on the high side, taking a look at Kenny Jacobs. Wheel to wheel down the front chute. Leonard Lee is on the move. Takes a look at Bob Weave. Working the cushion, pulling the front wheels off 2. The top 5 cars will transfer into the main. Now Leonard Lee again. Working hard on Bob Weave as they work off 4, side by side, down the front chute. Still on the high side of the speedway is Leonard Lee. Weave able to hold on to that 5th transfer spot. Leonard Lee still trying to make his move. The top 5 cars go on to the feature. Jamie Moyle with the cruise control on, showing the way down the back chute. John Cernett works second, Dennis Moore Jr. Then the 94 of Kenny Jacobs and the 19 of Bob Weave. Race now starting to form for third. Dennis Moore Jr. and Kenny Jacobs as Jacobs bobbles through 4, allowing Bob Weave to close. Leonard Lee still working hard on that 5th spot, trying to make it around Bob Weave. Weave shuts the door as they go into 3. Leonard gets a good run on the cushion, still working wheel to wheel as they look through 4. Duck and dive, your race for 5th. Again, side by side racing for the final transfer, but Weave hanging on to the 5th spot. This time by, the white flag is out for Jamie Moyle. If Leonard Lee wants it, he's gonna have to come and get it. This time by, your winner, car number 10 is Jamie Moyle. Second is John Cernett. Third, Dennis Moore Jr. Fourth is Kenny Jacobs. And Bob Weave. Trailer and pick up your official All-Star Circuit of Champions souvenir gear. Tomorrow night, join us at the 34 Raceway, another night of the All-Star Circuit of Champions moving down the road. Getting set to go, the yellow lights off. Sarah Fisher is gonna bring them around. Manny Rockhold alongside, we're green. The young lady gets a good start in car number 9, showing them down the back chute. Keith Kaufman and Manny Rockhold run wheel to wheel for second. You've got a good battle for the top 4 spots. Sarah Fisher, Manny Rockhold, Keith Kaufman, then you've got a battle for 4th, wheel to wheel. Marlon Jones to the bottom side, taking a look at Gary Wright as Wright gets a little over the cushion, losing a little ground to Marlon Jones. Terry McCall now closing on Wright. The top 5 cars make their way into the feature. McCarl running 6th, takes a look at Wright down the back chute. Ducks to the bottom side, trying to wheel his way in. Side by side, working through turn 4. McCarl now running in that 5th and final transfer. Marlon Jones working hard on Keith Kaufman down the back chute. Taking a look as they run into turn 3. Jones to the bottom side of Kaufman. Fisher still leading him down the front chute. Sarah Fisher in the Mead and carbonless paper, car number 9, your race leader. Manny Rockhold running 2nd. Marlon Jones runs 3rd. Keith Kaufman working 4th. And Terry McCarl in the 5th and final transfer. Gary Wright running 6th, then Judy Bates runs 7th. Terry McCall working on Keith Kaufman off 2. Oh, fire over in 4. That'll bring out the red flag. Believed to be Billy Anderson. Around to the orange cone located right here on the front chute. When we get by there, we're green. The young lady's hard on the gas. We're racing. Marlon Jones works Manny Rockhold wheel to wheel down the back chute. Racing side by side into turn number 3. On the bottom is Marlon Jones. Rockhold to the high side. This time by, the white flag is out. One more time around the half mile for Sarah Fisher. Jones still works hard on Manny Rockhold down the back chute. You've got a good battle for 2nd. Off turn number 4, your winner, Sarah Fisher. Then Marlon Jones, Manny Rockhold, Terry McCarl, and Gary Wright.
4th and final heat race for the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Again, the top 5 cars advance to tonight's A main. The rest will come out of the B tonight. We'll take 4 out of the B. Right now, we're looking for the final 5 out of the heats. John Bankston mashes the gas, and we're underway. Drag race into 1. It's going to go to the youngster, Travis Cram. Bankston slips in for second. Here's Don Droud Jr. trying the high side of Walraven, looking for third. He has to get off the gas. He'll slip in on the high side of Morrow in fourth. Your leader for lap 1, Travis Cram.